शर्त है हमारी बाबा, कर दो वो पूरी आके। मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके, मिल जाओ प्यारे बाबा हम बच्चों से आके।
सीखने अपने को विदेही व अशरीरी व आत्म अभिमानी हलचल में अचल बना सकते हो। टाइम लगेगा, क्या होगा, अभी ट्रायल करो। एक सेकंड में मन बुद्धि को जहाँ जाओ वहाँ स्थित कर सकते हो। इसको कहा जाता है साधना। अच्छा, देश विदेश के चारों ओर के भाव के लव में लवलीन आत्मा को सदा स्वयं को ब्रह्मचारी स्थिति में स्थित करने वाले सनई सहयोगी बच्चों को सदा एक नामी और एकानामी को कार्य में लगाने वाले हिम्मतवान बच्चों को सदा हलचल में भी अचल रहने वाले निर्भय आत्माओं को सदा मौज बनाने वाले पाप के सभी रहने वाले बच्चों को याद प्यार और नमस्ते। बच्चों के कार्ड सबको मिले, बाप दादा देख रही, सभी ने जन्मदिन के कार्ड और फॉरेन वालों ने प्यार के दिवस का कार्ड भेजे। तो प्यार के सागर बाप सभी बच्चों को शिवरात्रि के साथ साथ प्यार के लवलीन दिवस की भी मुबारक दे रहे। मुबारक हो, मुबारक हो, मुबारक।
बड़ी मन भावनी मुरली प्रेम से प्राणों को सींचे, रसीली तान की ये डोर आपकी ओर ही खींचे, आपकी ओर ही खींचे। रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में, रूहानी स्नेह का जादू आपकी मीठी बातों में।
ओम शांति। Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow. The greatest emperors are the carefree emperors, and the greatest kingdom of all is the kingdom of the land without sorrow. In front of those who have a right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow, a kingdom of this world is nothing. A right to this kingdom of the land without sorrow is extremely elevated and one that gives you happiness, and it is without any sorrow. So always maintain this spiritual intoxication that you are emperors of the land without sorrow. Do not come down. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today is day 16. Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Today's topic, right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Baba is wonderful. Drama is wonderful. Our part is also wonderful. Baba wants all of us to reach to a stage which doesn't fluctuate. Stable, steady, and consistent. Now, if I want to be always happy, I have to become free from sorrow. I have to become free from disappointment. I have to be free from being discouraged. So actually, what Baba is saying, that we should be free from fluctuation. My stage should be consistent. As soon as I keep aim that I have to keep my stage consistent and stable and steady, that means I have to pass through all the situations happily. So there is no sorrow. Not only that, but Baba mostly keeps reminding us of never questioning why this happened, why this one is like this. Because Baba said, as soon as you say word why, so in Hindi, why means Q, Q. And that means what it creates is a long queue of thoughts. So when you have long queue of thoughts, then you fluctuate, right? So I was thinking that Baba's aim for all of us is we remain very, very stable. Otherwise, there is a habit. Our moods also fluctuate. There is enthusiasm. Then one day I said, I'm not going to do that. You like something to do, then you are discouraged and you say, I'm not going to do it. So getting discouraged, getting disappointed, all that is happening because you are not consistent, you are not steady. So when Baba says, be free from the land of sorrow, he meant that whatever is the situation, but you remain very, very stable. So you can take it like being free from sorrow is, in other words, be happy. And I think that very few will raise their hand when Baba will ask us if we are constantly free from sorrow. Yes, how many of you are free from sorrow? How many of you are always happy? That might be easier, right? So Baba is saying, have the right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow. The greatest emperors are the carefree emperors. And the greatest kingdom of all the kingdom of the land without sorrow. In front of those who have right to the kingdom of land without sorrow, the kingdom of this world is nothing. A right to this kingdom of the land without sorrow is extremely elevated. One that gives you happiness and it is without any sorrow. So always maintain this, Baba says, spiritual intoxication, that you are emperors of the land without sorrow. Do not come down. So you reach to a point where you are free from sorrow. So practice this. Om Shanti.
Try that again. Om Shanti and good morning.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
So, we've had a couple of good days here in New York. Spring seems to be causing everything to be wonderful, and it's almost like the kingdom of no sorrow here. Buds are coming out, and so we're trying our best to put the Murlis and the points into practice here, and hoping that there's no sorrow over there also, and the kingdom is wonderful too. Couple,
That's
yeah.
You have tulips already, right?
The daffodils are up, crocus are up, hyacinth and roses buds are coming out. So just a little update on that. Sorrow. Baba has often told us, don't give it and don't take it, but that lesson doesn't seem to be understood and applied all the time. And that sense of how do we look at it? And earlier, you had mentioned to kind of check on our sanskars and our desires. And so would it be correct in saying that if we temper our desires, that our sorrow will disappear?
Yeah, because getting disappointed, discouraged, and losing enthusiasm, losing courage, all that happens when there is our expectations are not fulfilled, our desires are not fulfilled, so we lose hope. We give up very quickly. And when we give up, that means you don't want to do it again. So that habit should change. Whatever happens in drama, try to see what is the benefit in that. And I think most of us do experience that whenever there is adverse situation, there is some benefit in that. Do you see benefit in every situation?
Sometimes I don't look in the right places to find that benefit. I had a situation coming back from India, and I was taking Etihad, which goes through Abu Dhabi, and they do customs in Abu Dhabi and not when we land in New York. And so when they do customs, they ask you the same questions even as you have landed in the United States. And so one of the questions that they ask is, do you have any food? Do you have any fruit?
Mm.
And my honesty kicked in then, and I said yes. You know, I had some oranges, I had tomatoes. I was going to have a little sandwich on the plane. It was going to be very, very nice. But because I said yes, and because I had an orange, they said, you go over here and you sit in this waiting room. And I was a little concerned about that because oftentimes the airlines like to board early. And so I had an hour, I thought, and I was sitting there, and I watched my mind and how I created, sorrow for myself. I'm not going to make the plane, and because I had this orange, I might have to buy another ticket. How am I going to do this? Will I have to stay here? I'm in a hotel. And then I said, wait a minute, let me stop and just let me remember. And shortly after that, I got called in and I made my flights. But I was watching how easily it is for our minds to create stories based on what we want and cause ourselves sorrow. And that concept to me was along the lines of, the kingdom of our mind, how we should not get caught up into the stories that we create that are not true.
So I think that those who go via Middle East, any country, we also have to be careful, because if you have cardamom, if you have some of those sesame, yes, those seeds, what they call it. So sometimes they are not allowed to go. They are considered to be part of the drugs,
Okay.
what they call it, khaskhas, so poppy seeds.
Poppy seeds.
Yeah. And even sometimes I heard this, they smell the, whatever we have. So I think that those who take bags and
Careful.
those who give them and those who take have to make sure. And when you were honest, you were truthful, that would have helped you, definitely. But even to be cautious for next time, I think this is a good point. And so you didn't have any trouble, right?
I didn't have trouble, other than sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting and looking and kind of thinking about, what I would do if I missed the plane. But there was an interesting question that I've never been asked before, and that's, do I have any dried coconut? Because that is no longer able to take on planes because they say it's flammable.
Yeah, it's good to keep adding to the list which are, you cannot take to pass through certain countries.
Yeah.
Every country has different. Maybe in USA they won't ask this question for dry coconut, but in Middle East maybe.
Yeah, it was kind of curious. Want to switch a little because both in the Murli that was shared before this, and I think it was today or yesterday's Murli, that I was quite struck with a phrase. Not sure, I couldn't find it, but that Baba is going to be known by everybody at the end. And kind of wondering, how is that going to happen? I don't think it's going to be emails. I don't think it's going to be, social media. I don't think it's going to be something that Baba does is going to reveal himself and us. Is that something you've thought about and have an idea on what Baba's going to do to make himself known to everybody?
I think that in the end, all the religions, people of all the faiths, will go back to God as point of light, as light, So they will thinking, like when there is a lot of sorrow, a lot of fear, lot of violence, they will start remembering God as one. They will not say word incorporeal or Shiv Baba or even Baba, but their remembrance of God will be God is one. God
So,
is light. I feel that in the end, all the prophet souls, because they also go back with this concept
yeah.
of God is light. Because we know that when they come down, what is their message? So if we look at their message, that when Christ or Buddha or anyone, you will find in their introduction of God, they do describe God as one, describe God as light, describe God as love. There will be very universal kind of
Mhm.
introduction. So I think they might not know Baba as we know, but God as light, they will definitely. So in the end, that will emerge, because that is what they will come back with the message. The message they will go, they will bring back that message. So it will be like recognition of Baba in some way.
Well, just thinking about it now and what you've said, um, all souls are souls in the soul world, and they have that kind of somehow experience or memory, and that understanding that emerges as time comes. That thought, that experience, that awareness will kind of emerge from themselves, and so that's, yeah, they won't know Shiv Baba, and they won't have all that such, but they will have that sense of light, and maybe I'm light, and that's what Baba's referring to when he says all will come to know me.
And one of like quality of remover of sorrow, giver of happiness, some of those qualities also, which they would be thinking lot, in the end will remain them in them, those virtues of God, divine acts of God, in a very natural way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I see that recognition and thinking and remembering of one. Because they also, in Muslim religion, they call God as Abba. Abba is also Baba. So I think they will use similar words. They will keep praying God, God as Father, God as Father. God is the one who will forgive me. God is the one who is bestower. Some of those qualities which they will experience in the end in relationship with God. They will sing it and they will be universal.
Yeah. Well, it seems to me that it's going to be quite exciting, and that sense
Yeah.
of being stable in our stage. I think that was, if I've got some time, one more point. Um, that there was what you said, that we all have wonderful parts. They're all different. And what would be the guidance you would offer for us to recognize that our own part is our wonderful part, and that we should kind of focus in on that rather than looking around and whatever other people are doing and the desires to be different than what our situation might make us be?
That is why it is important that when you are making spiritual efforts and then knowing that you have your own part and it is a wonderful part, if that attention is there, then you are not allowing your stage to be affected by whether you are praised or not, you are successful or not. But just remember that my part is wonderful. Because when I think that within the drama, every soul's part is needed and it's necessary and is a good part. If, just imagine if I even has ordinary part, but I don't get to play, whole drama will not continue, right? That
Mhm.
means every soul, whatever part they have, is important. And that is why we need to respect everyone. Because if that soul, we are watching drama, and though that soul doesn't appear to play the part, what will be thinking about? So I always feel love for everyone, respect for everyone, appreciation of everyone. Everyone not only as a soul, but as an actor, as part they are playing. And if we have that, then the love which we will have, all the qualities, whether it's kindness, sympathy, inclusiveness, it's like everyone has their own part to play. And it's a good part and an important part, right?
Yeah. Recognizing that and accepting that and knowing that playing our part is more that we have a chance to use our spiritual qualities in whatever we do. And then that's really playing our part as opposed to what am I doing externally?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oftentimes you've said that the highlights of people's trips to Madhuban, some of these retreats and such, are the faces of the people who serve them their tea or their food or whatever it would be. They're just struck by that, and so that service of playing their parts with Baba's qualities coming through them is one of the main things that one can do.
I know that when I was given this part to play, new assignment, I thought I have a lot of responsibility. Everyone thought I will have to do this. But I realized that I don't have to do anything. I have to be what I am. And in that natural stage, then whatever I could do or say or be embodiment, this is what all I had to do, which I would have done anyway before also. It's very interesting what I thought and others thought. But then I find everything is so natural.
Well,
It's just
that's
natural.
a
Yeah.
lot like the Dotties would have been also. We saw them just doing lots, but to them, they were just being themselves in whatever circumstance and situation it is. So it
Yeah.
seems that's the best way to move forward is just play our part and be happy with that. And then there's not going to be any work.
Yeah. Very interesting to just be natural and, whatever others look at you, just be what you are and give what is right in a right way. People take a lot from that.
Right. Well, I'm sure everybody's taking a lot from what you're saying tonight. So always
Okay.
a pleasure to be with you.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. We play our part. Om Shanti.
all right.
Thank you. Mhm.
มือ
Oh, yes. Our Thai family, Jyotiba and everyone. Yeah.
ไทยแฟมิลี่ค่ะ ดีที่ถามถึงมาหลายที่แล้ว
Yeah, we saw you in Madhuban.
เรา
And
เจอกันในมัธบันด้วยนะ
many of you were there and many
หลาย
might
คน
come.
ก็มาค่ะ
We have such a big group, 900 our foreigners. This is the
มีหลาย
largest.
พันด้วยค่ะ900 คน
Many are coming after many years
หลายคนก็ไม่
because
ได้มาแล้วหลายปี
something is calling them to come.
นะมีอะไรบางอย่างปลุกเรียกพวกเขาให้มาค่ะ
Jyotiben must have shared her experience, right, with all of you.
คิดว่าแบบว่าซิสเตอร์โจติน่าจะได้แบ่งปันประสบการณ์กับทุกคนนะพยักหน้าไปก่อนนะใช่
So how many of you, did go to Madhuban?
มีใครไปมัธบันบ้างคะยกมือหน่อย
Majority of you, right?
เนาะ
Very
ส่วนใหญ่เลยค่ะ
Okay, Om Shanti
โอเค
everyone.
อมชันตี खुशियाँ ही खुशियाँ पाए तेरे प्यार में बाबा, जन्नत हजारों तेरे संसार में बाबा। ओ खुशियाँ ही खुशियाँ पाए तेरे प्यार में बाबा, जन्नत हजारों तेरे संसार में बाबा। ओ खुशियाँ ही खुशियाँ पाए। संग में लेकर तुमने अपने पूरे किए हैं सारे सपने, संग में लेकर तुमने अपने पूरे किए हैं सारे सपने। अतीन्द्रिय सुख है पाए उपहार में बाबा, जन्नत हजारों तेरे संसार में बाबा। ओ खुशियाँ ही खुशियाँ पाए। मेरे बाबा शिव बाबा, प्यारे बाबा ब्रह्मा बाबा। मेरे बाबा शिव बाबा, प्यारे बाबा ब्रह्मा बाबा।
Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
संगम युग का वर्षा यही है, शिव से मिलन मनाना। समय श्वास संकल्प सभी सेवा में लगाना। पवित्रता बरसाए जग में, पवित्रता बरसाए जग में। फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी, फरिश्ता झलक तुम्हारी। शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको, शिव पिता ने दी है तुमको श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी, श्रीमत कितनी प्यारी। मीठे बच्चों प्यारे।
प्यारी चीज को भूलना मुश्किल होता है, याद करना मुश्किल नहीं होता है। आप देखेंगे आपके घर में कोई फंक्शन हो रहा है या कुछ ऐसा होता है, कुछ न कुछ रखते ही है, तो आपके बच्चे में से एक बच्चा फॉरेन में है, लेकिन आपके सामने जब ऐसा कुछ होता है तो वो बच्चा आपको याद आता है। वो होता तो बहुत अच्छा होता। क्यों? क्योंकि उस बच्चे से आपका प्यार है। तो प्यार वाली चीज जो है वो याद करनी नहीं पड़ती है, लेकिन आती। तो सबसे प्यारे में प्यारा कौन? बोलो, मेरा बाबा। मेरा बाबा कहने में ही कितनी खुशी हो जाती है। तो अपनी दिनचर्या को हमेशा सेट रखो। और भले कोई काम भी होता है, कोई इसेंशियल काम हो जाता है, तो वो काम पूरा करके भी अपना नियम शिव बाबा को याद करने का 2 मिनट निकाल। हो सकता है जहां कोई असंभव बात हो गई, वो तो बात कभी कभी होती, तो दिनचर्या जितनी अपनी ठीक रखेंगे ना, और बाबा ने तो काम होमवर्क ऐसे देता है जो मन बिजी रहे। मन फ्री होता है ना तो बातों में जाता है, बिजी होता है तो और बातों की तरफ जाता नहीं। जो बाबा ने लास्ट होमवर्क दिया, हर घंटे में 5 मिनट पांच अपने स्वरूप स्मृति में लाओ। कोई जल्दी भी कर सकती है, 5 स्वरूप की स्मृति करने में कोई 5 मिनट लगाता है, कोई 5 सेकंड भी लगाता है। लेकिन हर घंटे का नियम अगर आप पालन करो तो आपका रात्रि को चार्ट चेक करेंगे कितना अच्छा होगा। जानबूझ के बाबा होमवर्क देता है, क्योंकि 63 जन्म विस्मृति में रहे हैं ना, तो विस्मृति की आदत ज्यादा हो गई। अब इस छोटे जन्म में स्मृति स्वरूप बनना है, तो अपने नियम बनाने पड़ेंगे ना, जहां कायदा वहां फायदा। तो ये लाइफ इतनी प्यारी लगेंगी क्योंकि बाबा बाबा याद आएगा ना। और बाबा है कौन? कृपालु, दयालु, वरदानी। क्या है बाबा? तो उस स्मृति से चलते चलो।
हमारे साथ का एक पल कई जन्मों से बेहतर है, सफल हर पल हुआ अपना, नजर तेरी जो हम पर है, नजर तेरी जो हम पर है, यही यादें ही रह रह कर चमक जाती है जो बिजली तुम्हारे प्यार से बाबा।
Om Shanti, Avakti Parivar. So tomorrow is Sunday and our schedule from Amritvela 3:30 a.m. to 4:45 a.m. Then meditation will start at 6 a.m. followed by Hindi Sakar Murli until 7:30 and then followed by meditation, Bhog offering, English Avek Murli until 9:30 a.m. Then we will connect to Double Foreigners Madhuban online program. There will be a class by Brother Abhiram, Unraveling the Layers of the False Self. And then in the evening, we will have meditation from 6 to, okay, tomorrow is world meditation hour. So we'll start the bhakti at 6 p.m. and we will do the world meditation hour until 7:30 p.m. Then we will have Hindi series, English series, and Avyakti Journey. Welcome to Avyakti Journey. Avyak Murlis from 1969. Multi-million fold fortune and blessings. Om Shanti. Avyak Murli of the 19th of September, 1972. Means of eliminating compulsions, strength. Are all of you stabilized in your unshakable, immovable, and constant stage? Are you stabilized in the stage of the Mahavirs, that is, remembered from the previous kalpa? Are you coming close to your final stage of being a detached observer, cheerful, detached, and extremely loving? Or is that stage still far off? You are able to closely see the signs and qualities of anything that is coming close to you. So what do you people experience? Is that final stage coming close? What other stage is even closer than that of being close? Are you coming close to the Father? What are you experiencing? You are coming close, are you not? You do not come to a standstill whilst moving along, do you? You do not stop on seeing a sightseeing, do you? Are you experiencing the stage of ascent? It is not the stopping stage, is it? When people go on a physical pilgrimage, they continually keep on moving. They do not stop anywhere. This is also a spiritual pilgrimage, is it not? You must not stop here either. You have to continue to move whilst being tireless, unshakable, and firm. Then you will reach your destination. This is the aim you have kept, is it not? If your aim is firm, then you also develop the qualifications. By your having that strength, any compulsion is finished. If there isn't any strength, then many types of compulsion are also visible. You do consider yourselves to be Mahavirs, do you not? A Mahavir will not consider any type of compulsion to be a compulsion. In 1 second, on the basis of his strength, he will finish the compulsion. In the same way, you have to stabilize the foot of your intellect in the remembrance of the one Father, so that, just like Angad, no one is able to make you fluctuate. You became this a kalpa ago also, did you not? Do you remember this? Since you became this in the previous kalpa, what is difficult in repeating that same part? Is it difficult to repeat a part that you have played many times? So, you are multi-million times fortunate. Out of the entire world, there are so few who know the Father and claim their birthright. There are not countless of these. they can be counted. You are also amongst those few who know this, are you not? So, does this not make you multi-million times fortunate? At present, the world is sleeping in the sleep of ignorance, whereas you, out of the many, are claiming the right to the Father's inheritance. When all of those have awakened, and they try to take even a few grains, what will happen then? Will they be able to take it then? When it becomes too late, what will they be able to take? At that time, all of you souls will also have a vision of your elevated fortune in a practical form. At present, it is incognito. Now, because of it being incognito, they neither know the Father, nor do they know you elevated souls. They consider you to be ordinary. But the time is not far off when they will awaken and cry out in distress. They will cry and repent, but even then, they will not be able to attain anything. At that time, all of you will have so much pride in yourselves that you recognized Baba earlier and claimed the right. You should maintain such happiness. To be continued. Om Shanti.
Become a carefree emperor of the land without sorrow by being full with all attainments. Right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow. The greatest emperors are the carefree emperors, and the greatest kingdom of all is the kingdom of the land without sorrow. In front of those who have a right to the kingdom of the land without sorrow, a kingdom of this world is nothing. A right to this kingdom of the land without sorrow is extremely elevated and one that gives you happiness. And it is without any sorrow. So, always maintain this spiritual intoxication that you are emperors of the land without sorrow. Do not come down.
सर्व प्राप्ति संपन्न बेगमपुर के बेफिक्र बादशाह बनो. बेगमपुर के राज्य का अधिकार सबसे बड़े ते बड़ा बादशाह है, बेफिक्र बादशाह, और सबसे बड़े ते बड़ा राज्य है, बेगमपुर का राज्य। बेगमपुर के राज्य अधिकारी के आगे यह विश्व का राज्य कुछ भी नहीं है। यह बेगमपुर के राज्य का अधिकार अति श्रेष्ठ और सुखमय है ही बेगम। तो सदा इसी रूहानी नशे में रहो कि हम बेगमपुर के बादशाह हैं, नीचे नहीं आओ। ओम